Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Xiang, and I'd like to welcome and thank all who came here today. Family, friends, teachers, and classmates. Thank you for being here to see us all graduate and transform from boys and girls into freshmen. You've all waited for this moment ever since you've met each and every one of us. You've supported, loved, and cared for us. And all of that has brought us to where we are today. Jacob and I have been at this school our whole lives. 10 years of walking down these hallways. 10 years of playing in this gym. 10 years of giving our teachers a hard time because of silly antics. Sometimes our stunts were so fun, even teachers would join in. Before we start, I would like to say that all of us aren't here because of coincidence. We are here because we worked hard to earn this moment, even if some of us just joined this year. All of our years of school have led to this transition. And who better to talk about the future of this class and advice for the younger generations than Jacob Leach.
Thank you, Xiang. And as you have said, I have been attending Columbia Academy for over 10 years now, and with each year, we grow more independent and rely less and less on others to pursue our goals. When I was younger, I relied heavily on my parents to help me through school projects like science fair and bio bash. Recently, I've done them completely independently. It's weird looking back and thinking that I was once a naive 10-year-old in 4th grade. I didn't really care for the end goal, I was just living life by the day. You don't realize how far you have come until you look back on where you started. With that being said, I have some advice for the younger grades. First, teachers appreciate it when you really care and try in a class. Come to class and pay attention. Study and try hard. If you're bored or annoyed in a class, challenge yourself. Second, if you are having problems, talk to someone. I cannot name the number of times that simply talking to a teacher about what you enjoy in a class and how to make it better has improved the experience for everyone. Don't complain about work, try to offer alternatives. Third, I'll admit that I'm a huge procrastinator. As I am sitting here writing this speech, it is currently 9 p.m. the day before the graduation. Get your work done responsibly. Ms. Hogue often defines us as big kindergartners, and I cannot agree more with this description. We are, at once, the most and least mature group in the school. We are frequently goofy, and we make jokes that people might not understand, but these instances have led to some of the most memorable moments this year. Throughout middle school, I have learned that there is a time and place for everything, and having fun is great, you just have to do it in a way that is responsible and appropriate. Altogether, we had some amazing experiences in middle school. Yes, there were some awkward, problematic, and overall tough moments throughout, but along with those came some joyous, exhilarating, and amazing times. We were all anxious for our first day in middle school, but in hindsight, these were some of the best years of my life. Looking towards high school, I am apprehensive, but thrilled to see what is in store for these next chapters in our lives. My classmates are extraordinary people, and they will accomplish anything they put their mind to.
Good afternoon, again. Before I begin my speech, I want to thank my parents, my sister, friends, teachers, and pretty much anyone I've met throughout my life for helping me become the person I am today. You guys are amazing. And I'd like to especially thank my classmates for giving me the greatest send-off to 10 years at this school. They've made me laugh and got me in trouble. You've given me my best year at Columbia Academy, and I'll never forget my experiences with you all. With that out of the way, I'd like to say that graduation can be a scary thing. Everyone you know is going to be watching you. They're going to be expecting the best from you, and giving a speech amplifies this feeling. I'm going to be honest here, I'm not a talkative, energetic, extroverted kind of person. Throughout the past year, I've grown nervous about this day. I never knew what I was going to talk about. I don't have any uplifting quotes or action-packed stories that will inspire a generation. I'm just a teenager graduating from the 8th grade. What I can offer, though, is some advice about life experiences. The past is usually filled with them. A negative experience can be a traumatic reminder of the dumbest mistake in the world. But on the bright side, you now have the experience and know to never do it again. A positive experience, on the other hand, rewards good judgment and makes you feel good about yourself. A positive experience in the past can remind you that you'll always remember what hanging out with your friends and loved ones will always be like. It's a bittersweet reminder of a bygone era, while also being a vessel for knowledge. When I started out at Columbia Academy, do you want to know the first thing I did to Jacob? I pinched him. And then I somehow had the nerve to ask him to be friends with me. But surprisingly, he said yes, and the rest is history. That was an experience that has lived in my head rent-free for the rest of my life. I learned that you shouldn't go around assaulting people and then afterward asking them to be your friend. Even if it's someone you don't expect, but I also learned that anyone can be your friend. Even if it's someone you don't expect to be friends with, there's always the slight possibility of becoming friends in the future. Nobody is perfect is such an overused yet raw and true phrase. The phrase just tells you straight up that you'll never be perfect, and that's okay. You and everyone else around you should own up to it. All of us today have done something we regret in the past, an experience we'll always remember, and we should embrace and express regret for those mistakes. Moving on to a more lighthearted topic, I want to talk about all of my fully positive experiences. The first one I could think of at the school would be meeting Mrs. Heinrich. She has been teaching Jacob and I for almost 9 years now, and we couldn't be happier. She has remained a constant beacon of joy and passion our whole time here, and I remember every year she would always introduce herself to new students and always bring up that she taught Jacob and I since we were babies. It might feel embarrassing at the time, sure, but now I'll always have a good laugh remembering those times. Another positive experience would be my first public piano performance during a winter concert. Now, to those who've just moved to the school this year, we had a winter concert at a huge auditorium every year. Every grade would have a performance, and there were also solos. During 4th grade, I would perform my solo in front of the whole school by myself, with all eyes on me. I was a nervous wreck before my turn. I was constantly shaking, and my heart was beating incredibly fast. You would have thought I was having a heart attack. But when I got into that stage, I forgot about all of my worries and just performed. After the performance, I felt like I was on top of the world. And now we have mixed experiences. The way I met Jacob was both a positive and negative one. I might have emotionally messed with him for a while, sure, but that pinch gave birth to a companionship and friendship that has lasted to this day. I don't regret pinching Jacob. In fact, I embrace pinching him. I'm happy I came home with a note and a smile on my face, not knowing what the note meant. Because had I not, I don't think I would be the person I am today. And I'm sure Jacob would say the same thing. Never try to forget your experiences. Don't feel embarrassed by them. You should never forget, because those experiences, good and bad, shaped you into the person you are today. I wish you all many more positive and negative experiences to help you grow and turn into better human beings. Thank you for your time today. Jacob, finish it off.
Thank you, Xiang, and on behalf of the entire graduating class, thank you to all teachers, friends, and family for helping us get here. This place has been my second home for 10 years now, and it would be sad to let it go. I've met so many amazing people here, Ms. Hogue, Ms. Christie, and Xiang, to name a few. And although I will probably visit again sometime, it will be hard not seeing familiar, friendly faces in the hallway every day. Being freshmen next year will be difficult. The transition from admired to admirer won't be easy for most of us. We will create new friendships, have more work, and struggle to balance our social life and education. I look forward to confronting these challenges and watching my classmates succeed too. They are all hard workers. They will all do great things. To the graduating class and those below us, you all can accomplish remarkable things. So go for it. Thank you for your time.